Championship Sunday arrived, bringing much more than just two decisive games. In Seattle and in Denver, the narratives go beyond the score. They speak of confidence, legacy, pressure, and the exact moment when careers are defined. At the center of it all is Sam Darnold, questioned, tested, and once again placed in front of a big stage, as coaches and quarterbacks try to turn opportunities.
Games in Seattle tonight rather than across the street here in Inglewood, California. Welcome to NFL Game Day morning at the home of NFL Network. It's all presented by Intuit TurboTax. Rich Eisen, Steve Mariucci, Joe McCoy, and Kurt Warner is so talented. He's turned into Adam Thielen. It's unbelievable how that's worked out. Good to see the 12-year veteran at the National Football League wide receiver position, two-time. How are you? Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
You got it. Kurt is in Seattle. He's calling the game. There you are. There's a genuine. Kurt, I just, that's the only way I can introduce Adam. No offense, okay?
None taken.
Very good. All right, so let's get right to it here, because it is all about.
In Seattle, the debate is clear. How much trust is there in Sam Darnold? The numbers show wins, recent consistency, and a contract that makes him a bargain among the league's quarterbacks. But the context weighs heavily against the Rams. Darnold has already struggled with turnovers, sacks, and difficulties in the dropback game. The key, as Kurt Warner emphasized, is to keep him within his wheelhouse. Play action, movement outside the pocket, and simplified reads. If the game demands that he wins with deep passes on obvious third downs, then doubts arise. On the other side, Matthew Stafford represents the exact opposite. Experience, emotional control, and history in big games. He has been there countless times and knows how to handle the weight of the moment. This psychological difference is as important as the tactical scheme. Meanwhile, Sunday also showcases equally strong parallel stories. Jarrett Stidham taking over the Broncos in an extreme moment, Drake May trying to carve out his own path in New England, and coaches like Sean McVay, Sean Payton, Mike McDonald, and Mike Vrabel playing not just for a spot in the Super Bowl, but for legacy. The question hanging over the game is simple and brutal. Will this game be a beginning or a stamp? For some, it could mean the first major achievement. For others, it could be the definitive consolidation among the big names in the NFL.
Sam Darnold hanging on to the football, one would think. I mean, when you're coming into the game, obviously Seattle not having Zach Charbonnet is significant because he has 12 touchdowns on that offensive side of the ball out of the running back spot. So when it all comes down to it, how much faith do you have in Sam Darnold going into this NFC Championship game?
I have a lot of faith. I think he's a heck of a player. And I've said a million times that you pay your quarterback to win. It's not style points. He's won 28 games over the last 2 years, and some with the Vikings, and some over here with the Seahawks. The guy wins. Nobody has won better in 2 years than this guy, and Tom Brady tied at 28. And he's a bargain because he's only the 18th highest paid quarterback at $33 million. But we all know he's on a roller coaster. He can be great, and then he can turn it over sometimes, right? And playing against the Rams, I don't know if he has nightmares against this guys about this new fearsome foursome with Turner and Fisk and Verse and Brian Young. These guys give him problems. He's got 8 turnovers against the Rams in the last 2 years, 16 sacks. It's been hard on him. In fact, Adam, he's 1-3 against Chris Shula's defense.
But what's the big question about Sam Darnold? It's, can he win the big games?
No.
He's a great player. He's played so well these last 2 seasons. Obviously, like you said, ton of wins, right? But when the big games come, who shows up? What I think, though, is with this team, it's different. The Seahawks, they have a great defense. They have a running game. They have play action. They can kind of do all the things to take pressure off the quarterback position. So I think it's different. It's different than when he was with the Vikings last year in those big games. I think it's just he has the ability to not have to be the superstar. He can just go out there and play the system, rely on his defense. He had 4 turnovers and almost still won that game early in the season. So he doesn't have to be a superstar. Just go play your game, and they'll win this game.
Yeah, I want to give you guys a different way to think about this, because we always talk about, like, the on-the-field play. Can he make the throws, his decision-making? But in these spots, you have to think about experience, and it's bigger than just the plays. You have to have played a lot of football, especially in these moments, and Matthew Stafford has done that. I think about my career. It took me a while to figure something out about myself. So opening drives in all games, I would just be exhausted. I couldn't figure it out. What the heck was going on? It was because my anxiety was through the roof. My heart would be beating so fast because I was so anxious and ready to play that I realized, okay, G, you got to go out early and get on the oxygen tank so you can calm yourself down. Once I figured that out, I wasn't as tired. So if you think about this game and you get in these moments, Matthew Stafford has been here over and over. He knows how to control his thinking. He knows how to control his breathing. The moment is not too big for him. We have not seen that from Sam Darnold. Think about last week. He wasn't asked to do that much. But now he get in this game and he has to go make that drive. He has to go win it with his arm. We don't know how he's going to handle that. I've seen more of not doing it than doing it. I'm not saying he can't, but you're asking me, do I expect him to handle it, or how much faith do I have? Not very much, because we haven't really seen it.
Kurt?
And for me, the faith comes in how this game is played. If you stay in Sam Darnold's wheelhouse with the play-action passes and getting him on the move, I have a lot of faith in him. I think there's things that he does really, really well, and you saw it when they played the Rams earlier. They're going to use the play action. They love the naked bootlegs, but simple plays like this early, this becomes a big 45-yard play off of that play action, simplifying some of the things that he sees. You're going to see right here off of the play action, we're going to get Jackson Smith and Jigba on the bottom. Easy. We got a two-man route going here. It's simple. I don't have to sit back there and hold the football. I know where I'm going with it, and I can deliver. And you're going to see another one off of the play action right here. This was the big play that kind of got them back into it in regulation. Naked bootleg fake. We're going to have a little corner post on the backside. Again, simplifying what he sees, and he can go back and throw with anybody. A lot of those interceptions and video that we were showing earlier was in the drop back game. If this becomes a drop back game for Seattle, not able to run the football, not able to play action, and they have to play in the drop back game, that's where I believe most people have questions, just like Gerald and Adam are talking about. In those moments, he hasn't stepped up and been able to carry his team. If it gets into that kind of game, what does he do in that moment will determine a lot of what we think about Sam Darnold moving forward.
And I hear what you said, Adam, about, you know, the big game, right? Can he win the big game, win or go home? NFC Championship game is obviously one of those. Week 16, I know it's not win or go home. It was pretty much win or you're going to go on the road for the playoffs. That's what Week 16 was. And it was playing out like all the other games against the Rams. It was happening to Sam Darnold again. And in the way where last week he's got an oblique, helps that Rashid Shaheed runs back the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and then the defense plays like the wagon that it's turned into. So Sam didn't have to do it. Week 16, didn't he have to do it? Didn't Sam Darnold have to do it in that game? And he did. Yeah. So I don't know if that answers the question, can he win the big game? But he did it.
Well, it's about how much faith do you have in it. If Shaq went up to shoot a free throw and he get 10 of them, he gonna hit one. We seen Shaq, you know what I'm saying? So, but then if you send Shaq back up to the free throw line, how much faith you got in Shaq hitting his free throw? You like,
that's a little, different.
So you're saying the Rams are playing Hack a Sam?
I'm just saying, you said that one time. How many times have we seen him not do it? So we're going playing the percentages in this one. You know, I'm just, you know, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting retort. I appreciate 60 after winning Super Bowl 50 in the same stadium. Welcome to NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Intuit TurboTax. I am Rich Eisen. That is Steve Mariucci. That is Gerald McCoy. And our man, Kurt Warner, Pro Football Hall of Famer, is in Seattle. He's going to be calling the NFC Championship game on NFL radio partner Westwood One later on today. Good to see all of you gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Look at Kurt.
Kurt, you're there in Seattle, and you were here last week when we had a lot of fun about Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan movies, and Mooch couldn't tell different from Harry Met Sally from Sleepless in Seattle, and that got our producers to thinking, with you right there at the crack of dawn in the home of the Seahawks. Put it up on the screen. There it is. There you are. You're the Meg Ryan of the equation.
No bubble jacket?
Seattle. Okay,
yeah.
like that. Okay, very good.
I like it.
We got one for you, Steve.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we got one for you. Let's put it up on the screen here. Turner and Mooch.
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah.
Look at that. Tom Hanks looks kind of young there, doesn't he?
And Gerald, you're
Oh, I got one?
yeah, you're a star of McCoy Stories.
I like it.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, I'll be
Do we
blessed.
have one for Rich?
I don't believe so. We do not. Oh,
Yet.
too bad. You ready for the actual Sunday storyline, Steve?
Yeah, should we start?
It's a championship Sunday storyline. It's not just any Sunday storyline.
It's championship.
I think I know where you're going to go because there's really only one way to go, one would think, but go for it.
Well, the next man up.
That's right.
In Mile High leads the Broncos to the Super Bowl. Remember now, everybody, Bo Nix breaks his ankle on the game-winning drive to get that team here. And that's a tough break for Denver and for Bo. I've known Bo for a long time, since the high school All-American game, Under Armour game. Hey, Bo, great job. Now it's Jared Stidham's turn. He's got the keys to the car, and he's one of the first free agents that Sean Payton signed. He wanted him right off the bat 3 years ago, but he hasn't thrown a pass in 749 days for real.
Great.
So he's going to do that today. And Sean Payton, though, believes in this kid. He says he could start for some other teams. Well, we'll see, because today everything's on the line.
Yeah, Coach, that is an incredible storyline, and I think we're all pulling for the young man. Tough situation to step into, but an incredible opportunity. For me, I'm going to stay right here in Seattle, and obviously early morning here, but you could feel the buzz last night. Rams fans all over the place, 12 jerseys everywhere in anticipation of this game between the #1 scoring offense and the #1 scoring defense. And that, to me, is what I'm watching. The first time these two teams played, the Seattle defense held the Rams to just 249 total yards. Second meeting, the Rams exploded for 581 yards. So what do we get in round 3?
Championship Sunday does not just judge teams, it judges careers. Sam Darnold tries to prove he can win when everything is on the line. Stafford seeks to strengthen a resume already worthy of the Hall of Fame. Coaches compete for more than trophies. They compete for a place in history. In the end, it's not about style or a pretty narrative. It's about delivering in the maximum moment. Because in the NFL, confidence is built in regular games, but reputations are only born or fall on Sundays